We shift our focus now to the memorial service for Olorato. Friends and family gathered there in Bloemfontein in Hamilton. Let's take a listen into that.
She firm when she needed to be, never one to suffer nonsense. A stunning woman with a voice to match, strong, expressive, unforgettable. Olorato had a deep wisdom at an early age. Last July, when my mother was literally lying in her deathbed and telling us that she's got days, 5 weeks, we didn't know 5 days, but was the number 5 kept coming up, and she was telling Olorato this, but we weren't paying attention. Pops and I were just chatting away. And Olorato said, you need to listen, you need to hear what she's saying. She helped us to hear what we didn't want to hear. And lo and behold, within 5 weeks, my mom passed. And if we hadn't listened and Olorato didn't have that wisdom within her, we would have never picked that up. In the past year or so, it felt like she was clearing her path, tying up loose ends, ticking off her bucket list. Solo backpacking in Asia. Has anyone in here ever done solo backpacking in Asia? I don't think anyone in here has ever done that, but she had the bravery to do that. She was a light, a force, a joy to know, and an honor to love. We will deeply miss her. We will constantly hear her voice, her laughter, her dance, her appetite for life. If there's one thing that we take away from her life, let's live life with purpose and intention. Pops, I leave you this verse, which was my baby brother's favorite verse. Patrick gave us this verse months before his passing. It's Job 19, verses 25 to 26. It says, "For I know that my Redeemer and Vindicator lives, and at the last he will take stand upon the earth, even after my mortal skin is destroyed. Yet from my immortal flesh I will see God." So, Pops, Olorato will be vindicated. She will see God. You will see God. She will be vindicated. We will not rest until she is vindicated. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Good, I think we can all tell Olorato nele motharate yang. We were talking about it. Jolo ka mama tumi a chulo. Even my mother, ubona Olorato le ngwana hae. Kaofela rona, Olorato is not just a friend to us. Olorato had become a sister, and today we just want to celebrate that. And I think we can continue doing that. We have 2 more mothers that have asked to come forward. Mama Sinki, Losim, Patikopala Tumele, and then Buntate Olorato, her chosen fathers, they will also be speaking.
Program Director, the bereaved family, ladies and gentlemen, Nekes I prepare, but I feel as Itzibile Mama Poppy, I'll be doing injustice not to say anything. I saw the colleagues of Ospopi, the men Kofse, they were here, they are here. Pops, as a mother, those that know Popinyana, Kanakoya Renaya Nessi, she has been a very responsible mother. Hansata Mayaka Tez. Popinyana la le go munati. Onatsa maya le baby nyana ya gagwe. I'm bringing this so that you must understand gore relationship ya ga Popinyana le ole etswa kae. She has always been a present mother. Rona, when we made stories, when we had to take our kids, yene, she wouldn't do that. Reboni ole ahola abe a matriculator ko unis. All that I can say, good people, Popinyana lived for her life, for her daughter. Ante analysis, Dali, Limoteo. Ke family very, very small, but there was love in that house. Then secondly, not being my senior in nursing, Pobza, Ribile, Raba in business, all of us. I must say, those people that killed Olorato, they killed part of Pops. Because when we went to Popignana's event, Olorato was always the MC, if it's a Criselda, Anale Vipe. She was teaching Bo Osmi Pone, Bo Pobza, all the dance moves, all the Kokonaba Dinakore, Baba Bantaba Khemali Dinako. Oh, what a beautiful soul. So, Olorato, Popignana, the way Amovelu Lenkate Mobopilombaha, even she named her company Olorato. So every time I had a Mabito Adi company because Bakaki Mahubeli Tumelo, they are twins, and Wahake Olorato. Bikirwa Bona Luena Kawanomonosi, Nkabeni Mudi combine Avare, Wahako Munchunyana, Tumelo, Mushebe Sinteke, Wanake. So people, Baba Pelang Mopeleha Popignana, we know Hore. She's very warm, but Olorato, sometimes as business people, should make sure Oromela, Olorato, when she gets here, she would hug everyone, kiss everyone, go the way in Eluana Onalerai. Pobza, Mudimu Ote, Lima Emo Hanseliana. When you go to the word Yatsenulo, Revelation 21 verse 4, it says, He will wipe away every tear from your eyes, and death shall be no more. Neither shall be mourning, nor crying, nor pain anymore, for the former things have passed away. Mudimu otlatlakula meyoho mahlong a hao. Yena ke bopaki ba hore o phetse le ngwana wa hao. Jwale amohela hore Mudimu ke ena na go kadimile ebile le Mudimu ke ene a boetseng a molata. May you be consoled. Ke a leboha.
What a jewel. What a beacon of hope. As young as she was, she inspired a whole lot of us. The only 30-year-old who called me Mama Mpo. It dawned in me this morning, Hori, la tseba ke Mama Mpo. This lady here, Karabo, I'm very close to their family, and I got inspired by them going to Eunice school. I think most of the parents, they would love to have their kids going to that school. And because I was very close to Mewa Karabo, she's actually my sister. I never had. I then picked up this little friend of them called Olorato. And Honamonu, I then get to know Poppy. And this child is all over us, all of us. And everything that has been said here, everything, every little word that has been said about Olorato, but what I wanted to say is, I know Program Director, thank you for giving me the opportunity. You said, today we are celebrating the life of Olorato. But I want to say as mothers, we also want to say, enough is enough. We can never stand here and look at the world when our wombs are being attacked. Under attack, whether it's a girl child or a boy child. But this is the time when we need to understand as parents that there are better things and better battles that we can engage in than the battles we often find ourselves in. Bana ba rona ba bolawa. Bana ba rona ke bona bo ileng bokamoso ba naha ena. And if you don't stand, as mothers, I want to say that I know that fathers are there and I know that they will help us. But who should go and ban that dompas is us. Now, we are saddened by the passing of Olorato, but in the main, I say, Babalaile usile. They took the life of our solution, and we are left with nothing but solution. That is what we need to walk here looking for. Olorato is everything right. She has done everything right. She has lived a life of a 30-year-old girl. And where she is, I can just imagine. I'm not thinking what I used to think when this week started. My heart was sinking, thinking, Una ring hana kopa thuso. Una batla manga hlahe nako mang. Una tswile hakae. I'm not saying that anymore. I'm saying thank you, baby. Thank you, dear child. You fought. And because of your fight, we are just near our solutions. And it will be not just to really thank the SABC for what they have done and they will be doing. And I know it shouldn't only be for Olu, but for everybody else and everything else. Bontateba Olorato, because she used to speak to everyone, we had a little time when we were sitting at Mama Angel, and she spoke to me about Bontate Bahai. I've never seen a kid with such an open mind in my entire life. And I also remember Mewahai one day, she said to me, Wena, and Olorato would never shy away from speaking about her fathers. So, fathers, let us father our children appropriately. Even when they are gone, we know that they are proud of you. And we appreciate you, even when we are not talking about you to you, but we really appreciate Olorato taught us that you are her fathers. So we know you as such. Sisi, I was very worried about Sisi. Not that my worry has gone, but Sisi, every time Poppy, when we were still in Joburg, Sisi would say, oh, ikaba Poppy nyanaweya. The love of the mother and the love that the whole world know you gave to your daughter, your only daughter. You did everything right, Poppy. Don't ever doubt that. You didn't know. I bet if you knew, you would be there to rescue that child. So may the soul of Ulu rest in peace. Thank you.
Thank you so much, family. I know it had to be said, but I felt like I was simple. I celebrate Olorato as a powerhouse that she is and cherish all the days where she was smiling with us. On Friday. And Mama it didn't make sense. Luckily that day I was working from home, Tato was visiting, and she just called us randomly and she said, guys, let's meet up. We haven't seen each other after a long time. And we all met there, and we were just talking and talking and talking. Tabatisa feeling, you know. Even though she had to leave because she had choir practice at church. Atamaya aba khutla happy. Ha khutla ka ntolo monate fela re natefetswe ntho e ne ke sa increases. I remember saying the next morning to Kamu, "Hey man, ka mokgwa le monate ka teng, pelo ya ka ka mokgweng ha o letseng ka teng." I'm just glad that we managed to get that time with her mama. I'm really glad that we did. As we keep celebrating Olorato's life, her chosen fathers, ba atumelo, hona la ikutla mo atumelo hona jwale kapa itse motla bua. Ha ba e bontate ka bontate ba tshaba bua. Oh, ke a kopa ntate ho atumela. Thank you.
ka motsotswana ona le sebakanyana sena ke medisa moruti wa ka moruti Thulo ke ane mo a dutseng teng ke dumedisa lelapa la ha Mongale ke le dumedisa metswalle ya lelapa lena ke isa tlhompho ho metswalle ya Rato Olorato ke isa tlhompho le ho bohle ba amanang le lelapa lena Olorato na sampitsing tate ke motsofe o na mpitsa Papa Hans hobane mai a mpitsa jwalo ke hopola ka letsatsi le leng di buile mo hore Lerato o na rata ho bona lefatshe o na hahlaula ka tsatsi le leng I think o ne le haetswa Korea ke ya waterfront mo ho na le nail bar mo e le tle majabajaba ya Candy o buile mo bontate le kuletsa manala ha ke tse manala ka ho rata empa me ya ne ke hirileng a hae ke ena nrutleng ho etsa manala generally kwana mon le loka Plasan City mane le phumulo mo ya ba bang hula he o ya ko spa ha le spa mo na ba wena kena mo ba o etse manala ka re hey ke re tsamana ka re butle pele ke ntho tsa basadi tse wa bona ke ba hlankana ba bangata mo haibe if you don't up your game ke tla o siya mo so ya ba ke kala jalo he ho etsa manala na ke nna yona mo nail bar ya Candy waterfront ha ke fihla mo ke fumana Popinya, le Olorato. Now, ne kala bona Olorato huba atso Korea kwa namana leti. I got excited. When I checked out, kaya mani tili ka fihla ka itefella ya ba ke lefella le Olorato. Impa ka ba ka mo bolella. Ke le ka bolella de cashier ya Candy hore ke lefella le that young lady ya ditsimma. O ske be wa mo bolella hore na ke manya mo lefeletse o bolelle mma. Ya ba ke a tswa ke tsamaya. Ka mora mo Popinyana ke khola ha fihla o la fihla bolella Lerato ditaba tse. Yaba ke fumana a beautiful message e tswang ho Olorato. A re Papa Hans ke utlwile ke a leboha. A re I wish you good health, I wish you strength, and I wish you long life. Now, ke bona hore Olorato o nkarletse karolo ya hae ya bophelo. That's why I'm having this conversation with you this morning. Because not today, well, in 2 months' time I'll be turning 76 years of age. Ke nka hore ka Bibeleng ho thwe dilemo di 70 fela ke fuwe bonus ena e mongwe wa batho ba nkopetseng bonus ke Olorato. But here is the thing. Dibui tse ngata tse fetileng mo spoke about gender violence. But the thing is this. In this particular incident, I think there is much more to it than mere gender violence. I think there is an element of human trafficking involved in this incident. I cannot believe the suspects are said to be living in Durban. I cannot believe young men leaving Durban, driving all the way to Johannesburg to kill Lerato for sweet nothing. I don't believe that. There must be a motive. Now let me tell you, when I look around this hall, I see many young and beautiful ladies. Let me tell you something. Or let me remind you that to some men, you're not just beautiful ladies. You are commodities for sale. That's human trafficking. This is the reality of our lives, particularly in this country. When you post that beautiful picture on Facebook or any social media, be aware of the dangers that you are exposing yourself to. In our country, there are men, there are people, there are syndicates who've made it their business to make money by selling fellow human beings. And the easiest targets are beautiful girls. Olorato was a beauty. Let me tell you a story. Last year, I received a call from a beautiful young girl. And she said to me, Tatarampai, I'm so and so. I'm calling from Johannesburg. My name is so and so. Let me, I don't want to mention her name, but her father was a well-known pastor in Welkom, the late Pastor Nizela. This girl said to me, Tata Rampai, I'm a student at the University of Johannesburg. I'm studying law. I'm doing a final LLB. I said, okay, what can I do for you? She said, Tate, I have been appointed by the United Nations to go to Bangkok, in Thailand, to go and inspire the youth of the world. Okay, congratulations. Now what can I do for you? She said, Tate Rampai, I need money for the air ticket to fly to Bangkok. And then I said to her, but this sounds to me strange. The United Nations, such a huge global body, invites you, but they don't pay for your air ticket. I said, when are you supposed to be in Bangkok? And she gave me a date, and the date was less than a week. And within this week, you must get a passport, you must get a visa to get to Bangkok. It's impossible. The whole thing cannot work out. I'm getting suspicious. Have you got documentation from the United Nations? She said, yes, I do. I said, okay, send that to me, let me have a look. She did. I looked at what this girl regarded as an invitation from the United Nations. I was perturbed after reading this. The author, the letterheads were those from the United Nations. The author's name was given at the bottom of the letter. He was writing from New York. The invitation said, you must get a passport at your own cost. You must get a ticket at your own cost. But accommodation at the 5-star hotel in Bangkok, Thailand will be paid for. The meals will be paid for. Every other thing will be paid for except for the visa and the air ticket. And then I went through this document. The event was supposed to be a 3-day event. And he said, the consul generals, the ambassadors of various countries will also participate in this program. And a day before this whole thing ends, there will be a very exotic dinner on a cruise. Okay? Now all these appetizing features of the invitation impress this little girl. And then it went on to say, you will have a shared room. Shared room. Okay, to cut the long story short, after going through this thing, it heightened my suspicion that this is not from the United Nations. The author of this invitation is part of a syndicate, a global syndicate. Makes money by selling gifts to girls. You see that shared room, you're going to share it with a stranger, probably a very open man who has paid the syndicate money to spend the night with this beautiful girl from South Africa. If you go there, you will never be the same girl after all. They don't want to be very expensive. They say, pay for the rent, pay for the visa, only room and meals will be paid for you. Now let me tell you, there are parallels between this story and what happened to Olorato. Olorato was not supposed to be killed. That's my difficulty, if you will. The purpose was to kidnap Olorato, take her to Devon, fly her out of the country, send her probably to Bangkok in Thailand, because Thailand is well known for human trafficking. And that man sitting in New York would be paid a handsome reward for delivering this beautiful girl from South Africa to Bangkok for a stranger the girl has never seen. This would probably have happened to Olorato. She was killed, probably because she put up a strong fight. And the kidnappers realized, hey, this is a hard man to crack. We can never get to them with this sort of thing. Because now they were losing income. If you go back to them without it, they're not going to get rewarded. They decided to take a young wife. This is not suspicious. I told you this story about the Lizella daughter from Tabor, because the circumstances of Olorato's death reminded me of that case. Now the lesson, very difficult. All I can do is to sound a warning to all of you sitting here, especially the young and the beautiful. Some people out there, some men out there, don't see you as a beautiful girl. They see you as a commodity they can sell and make money. Human trafficking is real. It's a pity. There are those who can speak better about human trafficking than I can do. And one of them is Judge Baratan Mitsumi. She's a member of the global organization whose main objective is to deal with human trafficking. While I'm still on my feet, let me apologize to the Mongale family and to all the women folk for what happened to Olorato. As a man, I feel ashamed. I feel ashamed that men can do things like this to helpless and vulnerable young ladies or young girls. I feel ashamed. I feel ashamed to be a South African man. Because if you go around the world, we are the most notorious country when it comes to femicide. We keep our women as if they were nothing but wives. Let me also make a second apology. You know, as this.
We come back to you now from the memorial service of Olorato Mongale.